Guys, my name is Pushpinder Sani. Once again I came with a very interesting tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to tell you about the Core Motion library, how you can integrate in your application, and how you can count step, and how you can handle basically the motion of the device. So let's begin with development and understand the complete flow of Core Motion library. So guys, over here first of all I'm creating one new fresh project. So this is my fresh project. Okay, now I'm designing my storyboard. Here I will take one text, one image, simple image, so that it looks little good. So this is my design. Okay, now I'm setting this outlet to my class. Okay, so I will open my view controller, and from here I'll drag and drop, and I can say I'll be counter. After that I'll open my view controller, and here we will start our development. Okay, so first thing you have to keep in mind, you have to import new package which is Core Motion. Okay, so this package you have to import in your application for using Core Motion functionality. After that we will start the base development of that. So over here if you'll see, I'll create CM Motion Activity Manager. Okay, so let activity manager equals, and it is a type of CM Motion Activity Manager. Okay, and I will create one more thing, let pedometer, and it will be type of CM pedometer. Okay, after that we will start our basic integration over here. Now inside the view data load function, what you have to do, basically what will happen here, CM Motion Activity Manager will tell you about the information, the person is walking or he is running or he is in ideal position, and pedometer will give you the functionality for counting the steps, how many times phone is moving. Okay, so the activity manager, first of all we will check CM activity manager, and here we will check it is available or not, is activity manager available or not in your phone. Okay, with if condition, if it is available, then from here self dot activity manager, here we are going to integrate the listener of our activity, and here you have seen start activity updates, so it will keep giving you the updates of the activity. Okay, so over here operation q, or we can say operation q dot main. Okay, after that here we have to, it will return actually data. So what will be the data here, we can say data, and here our data will be printed. Now we will validate the data, and before that I will integrate the dispatch main queue. Okay, so dispatch, so we can integrate more functionality, dot main dot async code. So from here we are going to start the listening about the data. So here if you will find, let activity equals data, and here we will keep with if condition so that we can get the proper data. After that here if activity dot mode we will check, here you see running double equals true, then user is running. Okay, print running. Same way I'll copy and paste, else if, and here we can say walking, user is walking. Same way dot automotive, it is automotive. Okay, so here are different things, you can find more things inside that. Basically it's completely depend upon the requirement. Okay, so the first part has been complete. Now if I run this application in my iPhone, then we can see the basic output. And for that I need to degrade the version. So from here, downgrade the version. Now my iPhone is visible. So my application has been launched and it's returning some error. It's saying that I need to give some description, NS Motion description. So I will copy this and I will open my info plist and I will add this condition, and over here I'll give please allow for counting this step. Okay, here you can give the description as per your requirement. So write this line and then run. So here I get one pop-up which is asking me for the permission. So I click on OK. Now I'm moving my phone and here you can see it's showing running, walking. Whenever the status will change, then it will trigger automatically. Okay, so it is happening on the basis of our requirement. Now the counting of the steps. Okay, now I will count the steps, and the counting of the steps will be given by the if pedometer dot is step counter available. So after validating that, we will start counting self dot pedometer dot, and we will try with start update data error, and now we will find data dot number of steps. So before that I am going to validate if error double equals nil, then we are in safe mode, and here if response or let response equals data, then again we are in safe mode. Now here self, and outside of that I'm taking dispatch q dot main dot async, and inside that self dot lb counter equals, here we can say step counter, which is equals response dot number of steps. Okay, now we can see, and it will be dot text. Now we will see the output. Okay, here I am running, you can't see that, so I am printing here print number of steps. Now I will see the output on my phone, and here it is possible that it will print below. So here you can see number of steps 11, 12 is changing. Whenever the status is changed, it's changing. Okay guys, you have seen the result, and here you can find a lots of information, like if you will type response dot, then you can find current cadence, current pace, distance, how much distance you have traveled, and date of the your steps count. So like that you can find many more things you can find. It's completely depend upon the requirement. Okay, so I hope it's very clear to you how you can integrate a quick pedometer in your iOS application with the help of CM Motion Activity Manager and CM Pedometer. Okay, if you have any doubt related to the complete video tutorial, then please comment into the comment box. Your comment does matter for me. And guys, do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, because on my YouTube channel you are going to find lots of video related to Swift development. Here some of the example I am telling you how you can integrate control flow, what is basically control flow, how you can integrate for loop, how many for loop inside the Swift language we use for iOS development, how you can animate your views, how you can design your card views, how you can restrict your API keys, how you can integrate Realm library in your iOS application, how you can work with Google Maps, how you can work with MapKit. So many more video you will find on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe and keep boosting your skills. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Bye bye.